We're going to solve the absolute value equation shown. 2 times the absolute value of 3x minus 2 minus 1 is equal to 4. In order to solve this absolute value equation, we need to first get the absolute value by itself. So we're going to start off by adding 1 to both sides of the equation, and we get 2 times the absolute value of 3x minus 2 is equal to 5. And then we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2, and that gives us 3x minus 2, absolute value of 3x minus 2 is equal to 5 halves. Now, looking at what we have here and thinking about this expression, this is telling us that we take the absolute value of 3x minus 2, and the result is 5 halves. So there's two things that 3x minus 2 could be equal to. It could be exactly equal to 5 halves, or it could be negative 5 halves. So that gives us two equations that we need to solve. 3x minus 2 is equal to 5 halves, or 3x minus 2 is equal to negative 5 halves. These two equations will give us the two possible solutions for our absolute value equation. We'll solve the one on the left first, and we'll start off by adding 2 to both sides, and that gives us 3x is equal to 5 divided by 2 plus 2, but we can think of that as 2 over 1, and in order to add these two together, I need to have a common denominator. So I'll multiply the numerator and denominator of 2 over 1 by 2, and we end up with 3x is equal to 5 halves plus 4 divided by 2, and we'll add those two fractions together by keeping the common denominator and adding together their numerators, and we get 3x is equal to 9. To finish our solving, we need to divide both sides of the equation by 3. On the left-hand side we get x, and on the right-hand side we get 9 halves divided by 3, which we can think of as 3 over 1. So now we need to remember how to divide fractions. To divide by a fraction, I change division to multiplication and the number to its reciprocal. And now I can first think about canceling out any common factors in the numerator and the denominator, and 3 and 9 have a common factor of 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And when I multiply together, I now get 3 times 1 is 3 for my numerator, and 2 times 1 is 2 for my denominator. So one of our possible solutions is x is equal to 3 halves. Now we'll solve the second equation, and we'll add 2 to both sides. So we get 3x is equal to negative 5 halves plus 2, which we can think of as 2 over 1. And again, in order to add fractions, I need to have a common denominator. So I'll multiply the numerator and the denominator of the second fraction by 2, and we get 3x is equal to negative 5 divided by 2 plus 4 divided by 2, and that leaves us with 3x is equal to, when we add those two fractions, we keep the common denominator and add together their numerators, so our denominator is 2, and negative 5 plus 4 is equal to negative 1. To continue solving, we'll divide both sides of this by 3, and we get x is equal to negative 1 half divided by 3, which we can think of as 3 over 1. And again, to divide fractions, we need to change division to multiplication and the number that we're dividing by to its reciprocal, and in this case we get x is equal to negative 1/6. So we end up with two possible solutions to our original absolute value equation. X is equal to 3 halves, or x is equal to negative 1/6. Hope you found this helpful.